What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Partoftheculture podcast. I'm here with Jose, Mr. Joe Murguia. I don't know how to say his name.
It's Jose Murguia. I know everyone knows me as Joe Murguia, or my other nickname is Joe Blade or DJ Joe Sexual. I got a lot of AKAs out there, so people know me.
No one calls him Joe Sexual. I've known you for a long time. Not one person has called him Joe Sexual.
Yeah, all the time.
So he's going to be at the pop-up shop this Saturday, February 6th, from 12 to sundown. I'm excited to have you. How you feeling about the pop-up shop?
I'm very excited. This is a project when I lost my lower right leg in October of 2019. One of my good friends, shout out to Jeremy Miller, came in to visit me at the hospital. And he lost a couple of his toes in an accident. He got ran over by a forklift on the job. And we were just kind of talking about starting a club with people who had, missing limbs, missing fingers. I remember Brielle hit me up and she told me she had a broken nail, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna qualify. Maybe if you lose like the tip of your finger, you can join the club. And then I just kind of threw it out there in the group chat with my brothers, with a couple of our homies, with our homie Eric, our homie Justin. And we just kind of started throwing some things out there. And then at first it was just like Joe and like the missing feet and Joe and whatever. And then I've been Joe Blade is one of my monikers for a long time. And then someone else, I don't remember who, I gotta go back and look. Someone else just said missing limbs. But then that's when I came up with Joe Blade and the missing limbs. And then from there I kind of saw the logo in my head, and that's when I contacted you. You came to the hospital like a week later.
Shirt plug design.
The shirt plug, and we designed our logo in the hospital. When I had just started my rehab. When I moved to the rehab unit, I had the Rain Man baller suite at the hospital.
Yeah, it was super nice. It was extremely nice. And I forgot that we did design it right there at the hospital.
Yeah, and we
fresh out.
I was still still in the hospital, when we designed it, and
I meant fresh out of surgery.
Yeah, fresh out of surgery. They just closed up my wound, and it's kind of a lot of things have happened since then. I kept pushing the project back. Lost my younger brother at the beginning of 2020.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you, my brother Tony Murguia. Shout out to Tony Murguia. Served our country 15 and a half years in the Army. My kids leave. They go back to Idaho in February. Shutdown happens, and
so it's just one thing after
the next. One thing after another. So I kept pushing this project back. We had ordered some shirts, so I already had some shirts, and I only gave a few out to a few people.
How many shirts do you have left?
Oh, I got about like 60 shirts right now. Like I'm sitting on, different like from small to I think 2X. I only made like a couple of 3X's that I had already gave out, but from small to. The
design's dope.
And the design's dope. Yeah, like I said, I saw it in my head, and you helped me put it together because you're the plug, and we've been doing this for a while together. And I'm very excited when.
You have two colors, right?
Yeah, I have a white one and a black one.
Okay, that's dope.
So we have two colors of what we'll be doing this Saturday at the pop-up shop.
What are you most excited about for this weekend?
I'm just excited to be around other people. We're going to keep it safe, social distance. I'll be wearing my mask because we'll be indoors selling. But I'm just excited to get the project finally launched. And then whatever I have left over, I'm going to put on my website and start selling on the website. So I already got my website dialed in. Whatever inventory I have left over from the pop-up, I'm going to put on the website. That will be available for purchase. All the shipping options are there.
That's dope.
And then we have more designs, and we're just gonna make a little bit of money, flip it. I'm gonna order some new things, and little by little, we're gonna build up this brand.
Let's do it. So I'm excited to have Joe here. I'm excited that he's able to share his story. So you have the brand, you come up with the design. You said it was in your head. You said, what is it? Kind of just describe it I want to show it as the interview goes on, but what about it did you have in your head? And how did you know to like what was in your head that you seen?
Well, again, like I had one of my friends brought me a sketchbook when I was in the hospital. So then, like right away, I knew like I wanted the switchblades just crossed, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be part of it, you know. And
did
then,
I add the chains, or did you?
No,
I
had an idea about it. I wanted to just be a circle, and then you are the one who came up with the chain.
Okay.
Because I just wanted just to be a circle around it, and you're like,
Okay.
and then I think you might have mentioned barbed wire first, and I was like, nah, that's kind of, I don't know. And then you mentioned the chain, and then you showed me a few things, and I was like, oh yeah, the chain is
the design is clean. Anything else you want to tell the people?
You know, and then there's just like little things that people will notice. Like I made sure, there's 4 stars on it, so the 4 stars kind of represents a few different things, since it represents me and my brothers. There's 4 of us, so that's why there's 4 stars on there.
What other symbolism?
It represents, we were never gangsters, but it's,
Sounds like you were.
It represents, we're from born and raised.
Oh, 4 stars?
We're not North Daniels, but we don't fuck with the strap on.
Oh my God! Hey, yo!
We don't fuck with them Southsiders, so you know what it is,
People started gangbanging on the podcast. I'm leaving this up.
And it's just
It's all love on my end.
I love representing San Jose, and just the Bay Area in general. We just all move different out here.
Is there any other symbolism besides?
I mean, there's some things, but we'll get there.
Okay.
People can figure things out. Take what they want out of it, or whatever. Some Illuminati nonsense, and they can make shit up.
Oh my God! So it's funny. I'm gonna show you guys, but Joe wants to do his. Like we have the pop-up shop, and so it's just an empty square space. I'll be showing it throughout this video. Joe wants to do his in this dungeon room.
And it's actually the old, this space used to be a grocery store, and then turned into a liquor store, and yada yada yada. It's been here for a long time, but they have one of their old walk-in fridges, and that's where I'm going to set up for the pop-up. I'm going to set up in this walk-in fridge.
Creepy.
Yeah, but it's a cool little spot, and it's just totally, my style, my thing.
I think it will work. So we're going to work on some posters for him. We're going to finish up the shirts. He has his POS. He has everything set up. So again, I'll be there. I'll be selling my book. I just wrote a new book, 35 Lessons I Learned by 35. We also have we have 3 food vendors. We have Shrimp and Ain't Easy. We have a company called CA Catering, but they're phenomenal. I actually work with them. I'm contracted by Google to do catering. They do amazing stuff. So she has this I don't know, it's like a reverse nacho. I don't even know what it is. And then we have Dessert Lady, and then my boy Shrimp and Ain't Easy will be outside. We have 3 clothing vendors. We have Joe Blade and the Missing Limbs. We have D-Love coming with By Love, his brand. I have Cisco owner of BTD, and then I'll be there with my book. So we have an all-star lineup this weekend. So I just wanted to kind of get behind the scenes of everyone's story. So if you didn't pick it up, Joe lost his leg. Joe, which is a crazy story in itself. I'll probably do a whole episode on that where we can really sit down. He lost his leg. And from there, he came up with Joe and the Missing Limbs, and he created merch to go around it. Your original idea was to do kind of like have a band merch.
Well, yeah, that was like the whole idea is it's a fake band. So I was going to come out with, summer tour posters and, concert shirts and things like that. Is a lot of the ideas I have, and it's just a fake band. And, I was going to do a California tour, like concert tour, like just whatever. I was going to do like San Diego, LA, Oakland, San Francisco, Sacramento. Like, again, it's just all these weird ideas I have. And again, it's just a fake band. I was gonna come out with fake album covers, and these are things we're gonna be doing in the future. Come out with hats, buttons, all kinds of stuff. I have all these ideas, and I have the resources, and I got the team around me, and it's just time to finally do it. Let's get it done.
And ain't no time like the present. So I always like to add a little bit of value, and for any brand that's listening, obviously you reach out if you want to be at the pop-up shop, but make sure that you marketing and branding. So he has his clothing line. It's not just about the product. Make sure that you learn sales. Make sure that you learn marketing. That's why if you've been following me at all week, I've been interviewing everybody for the pop-up shop. I don't even think I've made an official flyer yet, but the buzz in the streets has been huge. The reception has been huge. So for all of my brands out there, I studied marketing for a whole year. I continue to study it. I paid for courses in marketing. I paid for courses in branding. I went to school for graphic design. I learned video editing. I'm probably going to eventually pay for a course in video editing. I do a lot of YouTube for university, but Joe has been able to see as my friend. He actually was there for the first podcast. And so use all of this stuff to kind of build your brand. And then the pop-up shop is just kind of an extension of that. We know how to make the clothes. Yeah. We know how to market the clothes. Now we're just giving the people a place to come and pick up the clothes and the products and stuff. So I'm excited to kind of showcase this next layer to the business. But that's a little bit of value. I always like to add a little tidbit in all of my shows. You know, anything to add?
Yeah, just pop-up shop will be going on this Saturday, February 6th. We're going to start at noon, and we're going to Sunset. And, you know, I'm looking forward, you know, whether it's 10 people or 100 people that show up, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone and talking with everyone and just showing them the different things that, you know, we're doing together. So, as soon as I saw JD post it, I was like, I got to be there. I got to be involved in this thing. You know, I'm on a weird journey right now. We won't get into that stuff.
If it was anybody else, I would say no.
But, you know, and I knew, he wasn't going to say no. And he was like, all right, like, you know, we're going to make it happen. It's next week, and, you know, we're doing it.
I'm excited to have him. This is another episode of the Partoftheculture podcast. But before I end, how can people follow you and the brand?
They can follow me at Jose Murguia on Instagram, and then from there I have links to my Joe Blade. It's at Joe Blade and the Missing Limbs, and I'm on Facebook under Jose Murguia. That's Murguia.
I've known this fool for years, and I still can't. Wow. No offense, but stay tuned. We'll see you this weekend. If not, we don't care, because Joe will bang on you all day. We're not going to go into that. Have a blessed evening. It's another part of the culture episode, and have a good one.
Gang, gang.